Alright, so moving on with the painting, I'm using some red mixing with raw umber and some black, basically making a darker shade of it. And we're painting the stucco on this house. Now this is a night scene, so I'm using fairly dark version of the red, a darker shade, you would say. And this is the side that doesn't get a lot of sunlight. The street lamp may cast some light on it, but we decide how much at the end of the painting. It's gonna have a maybe have a tree over here, maybe not. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint the house anyways, as if it wasn't there. But if we decide to put a tree over there, this is acrylic, it doesn't matter, we can paint over it. So you don't have the problem adding of oil paint on the canvas. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my raw umber, some red, some black, which are really complementary to each other. Black has some red in it, raw umber has some red in it. So just gonna go ahead and do the underpainting for this home. This is the, you would say, boring part of the painting. I don't know, I don't think it's boring, but some people find it a bit boring. So we're gonna go ahead and do some editing with this part, but I just want you to see a bit of how I do my underpainting. And just drop some color on the canvas. So this process can take a while because you really have to build up lots of details in this home. Of course, you can decide how much details you're gonna indicate in an element, but it could take a while, or you could just take a palette knife and paint a very simple cabin and call it a day. So it's really up to you, the spectrum of what you're gonna do. But you know, it's good to always challenge yourself. So under the eaves, I'm gonna go a bit darker, as you see. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more lighter red and get a good blend. And we are still at underpainting part of it. I mean, just building up, you know. So we want to give some character to the home and to the, in this case, the stucco on this home. So don't try, that's my opinion, don't try to get a very smooth, you know, finish one color. Get different values. Let it look natural. Some red, some darker red. Here's a bit lighter red over there. Just blend it out. Maybe some darker value of that. Add some black. Here we go. Right immediately next to it. And that will create some transition of colors or values, different values of red. Here we go. Now we can exaggerate some of the lights, some of the highlights. That's okay. Again, under the eave, I'm gonna go real dark. I think it will look better. And then immediately I'm going to pick up some bright red and get a good blend. Here we go. And maybe some red over here, just to be able to separate this side of the home, the front of the house that is facing us with that side. Bringing in some lighter value of that red and drop it right around the windows. Maybe some reflection from the light from the street lamp on the stucco. We will see. I'm not painting from a reference photo, so everything is from my imagination. Everything is made up as we go. So some lighter red, but not too bright. Still as a night scene, and you want to convey that feeling. And the only way that you can convey a theme or a mood in a painting is by using colors. You know. You can't put a sign up here, this is a night scene. You know. The viewer has to decide for herself or himself. So, some more red. And same idea for up here, and the rest of the roof will get snow. And we're gonna go ahead and use ultramarine blue and white. And this side is not getting a lot of light, so we're gonna just go ahead and paint it same value. So they all work together. A bit more red. Maybe some around here. And just smoosh it. Just like that. Some finger painting here. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch to ultramarine blue and white. We're gonna go ahead drop the roof, so we have an idea of how the house will look like with the roof on and the snow. And then we have to work on this. We will again. We have to paint the windows and the light as well. Alright, I'm gonna switch to a filbert brush and some ultramarine blue and white. We're gonna go ahead and drop our roof. I'm gonna do the shadow side first for this side of I'm gonna go ahead and do the shadow side first for this side of the roof, which is actually the basic impression of snow sitting on the roof. And a bit lighter value. For up there. And we're going to go ahead and fix that later. So everything on this side gets the moonlight and probably brighter. We're gonna make this side a bit darker in the shadow side. So this side. Gotta play with the values. especially when you work from imagination, you know, a bit difficult to decide what, you know, should be highlighted, what not. Well, we will see. But definitely this side should be a bit brighter. I'm going to switch my brush to a liner just for the fine details around here. Back to filbert brush and ultramarine blue and white. We're just gonna go ahead, drop some impression of snow and moonlight for this side. A bit lighter up there. And of course, this roof line over here. It's in the shadow side, but that window up there may cast some light over here. Get the excess paint off of my brush and just go ahead and do some blending here. And we decide later on what we're gonna do with that. Back to the same color, we're gonna go ahead and do this side of the house as well. A bit more details here. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the liner brush and some raw umber, some raw sienna, and drop in some detail on this side of the roof. And we're gonna go ahead, pick up some of that blue, some of our ultramarine blue, some white, and for this side as well, it's a bit lighter value as it catches more of the moonlight. And moving to a larger brush, the filbert brush, just gonna go ahead and blend all those together. Maybe a lighter value of the blue will work better. A bit more white with that blue. And we're gonna drop some too much water on the brush. And we're gonna drop some highlight over here. And give it some texture. Back to my filbert brush, just gonna go ahead and re-indicate some of these shadows. And just blend it together with the rest of the roof and the snow. And creating a bit details in here and some texture, some variation of color. Same over here. And I think we have the basic idea of the roof in place, and basic idea of how the house is going to look like. We're going to go ahead and work on the details for this home, the light inside the home, the door, and everything else. Some more details maybe in another video, because this video is already getting too long, and we definitely don't want that. But we covered pretty much the basic foundation of the home. Definitely the roof is almost done. We have to do the chimneys and a bit more fine work here and there. But more or less we are good to go. Get rid of some of these lines, some of these transition lines. Soften it up a bit. So we have the basic shape in place. I think we covered well. And we're gonna go ahead, work on the details for the home in another video. Just some fine details over here, and that's pretty much it. And I hope I will see you again with the next video. And take care and have fun painting. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, please drop it below, and I would be happy to hear from you.